Hi, so I'm Joseph Salvador. It is currently November 21st, 2021. So here's my audience. Adam, you can go.
I'm Adam Ferrando.
Kayla,
I'm Kayla Comrie.
Parneet,
Hi, I'm Pernichima.
and Kaina.
Hi, I'm Kaina Luque.
Okay. So I would like to first ask you guys, how many of you guys know a child that is always on technology, some form of technology? Raise your hand if you know a child like that. Okay, all four of us. So knowing that most of you guys know a child like that, let me show you my visual. So if you look to the bottom left, it says parents reported that their child was 5 years old on average when they first used tech devices. And you can see over here that an average 10-year-old, 75% of 10-year-olds use or have a smartphone. So knowing that or seeing that children are so intertwined with technology these days at such young ages, it leads us to the question of how does technology affect children in their lifestyle or in their consumption and their learning? And so many in their lifestyle, it affects the entertainment education that they consume. And however, it can also affect their lifestyle and let it be more sedentary. It can affect their consumption of information with more access. However, more access can lead to inappropriate content being discovered by children. And it can also affect their learning, which can support their learning in educational spaces, but it can also affect their mental health with introducing mental illness into their lives. And so I'd like to go over the pros and cons of these. And so in their lifestyle, a pro is that they have educational entertainment. In the 2019 article written by Tina R. Gutierrez, she states, a child can learn while having fun, which is why one must control it. And so with so much educational entertainment being the main content source for children, they can learn a lot more and they have more access to or it can also be more easily addictive. And so with addictive technology and entertainment education, it can lead for a child to lead a more sedentary life. And so in the same article by Tina R. Gutierrez, she states that in cases in which time limits didn't exist for the child stated that they spend all the time they want watching TV or using a tablet. And so in an unsupervised use of technology for children, it can lead them to not have as much physical time and with a less physical lifestyle, it can lead them to health complications and other things of that nature. And so I'd like to move on to consumption. A pro of their consumption is that they have a lot more access to things. Children are curious, of course, and so they will have a lot more access to things that they're actually interested in and can learn a lot more quickly with what they're curious, and they can just search it up super quick. However, with this, it is also very easy for them to find inappropriate content. And with inappropriate content, it can expose them to many dangerous things and is very much a con within their consumption. However, in their learning, many people have the outdated idea that children and technology don't mix and that it is very bad for them. However, in a 2014 article written by Hassan CT, it states that young children's social development was supported by technologies within the classroom. So these technologies can very well be used for bettering a child's education. However, with the more use of technology, it can also help make a child gain a mental illness. In the Pier Paolo Limon and Juicy Antonio Toto article written in 2021, it states that depending on the usage, it can also be responsible for causing serious mental illness. And so with the introduction of more access and the idea of finding more dangerous content, those sort of dangerous things on the internet can cause mental illness for a child being exposed at such an early age. And so with all these pros and cons, it's also stated that parental control is a very big factor within whether these things can be pros or cons, or whether these things even happen within a child's technology use. And so effects may vary, and most pros and cons do depend on the parents and use. However, with the pro of educational entertainment, the con in their lifestyle of sedentary physical type movement, or in their consumption, they could have more access, or it could be inappropriate. In their learning, it can support growth, or it can also support mental illness. So these pros and cons are very wide on the spectrum, and technology affects kids in so many different ways that we actually can't even track, or we can't, but whatever. So I'd like to just finish with this. Knowing the pros and cons, I'd like you to ask yourselves, how will you let your future kids use their technology? And so thank you. I'm Joseph Salvador. And then I'd like to show the audience again. Okay, and thank you.